All right, Jack and Diane by John Mellencamp. We're gonna have some different chord shapes we're gonna have to do with this. So we have that F shape. It's gonna be up here on the 5th fret. This is an A chord, 7, 6, 5, 5. We're also gonna have this shape here where we have to, it's kind of like when you take a D, but you have that 4 up here. It's that kind of shape, that 4, 2, 3. We're gonna have that here as an E chord, 6, 4, 5. And also down here is a D chord, 4, 2, and 3. And sometimes you'll play this A chord here with just your first finger, 2s, so you can get to these other things. That kind of stuff. Okay, so our first chord is this A chord here. Hold that for 4 beats, and then we're going to come down to this E. Okay, so we have the A. Hold that for 4 beats. Then we go to this E for 2 beats. 1, 2, and then 3, 4. So A back to E is the 3 and the 4 of that measure. And then we hit a D and 2 D bass notes. Do that again in the next measure. Okay, so 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And again. 2, 3, 4. And then a third time. Okay, that was our part A. That's our intro. So that goes 3 times in the beginning of the song. And then we're going to have this next part. So we have this part of an A chord, 6, 5, and 5. And we're going to come into putting the 7 on the small string. Do that as a second chord. And then this D shape on the 4th fret. This is an E here. So we'll double hit that, so it's da dum 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 dum, 2, 3, 4. And then we're gonna go down to the D. So we have D, D, E, and then E suspended here. Put that pinky down in there. So okay, and that's what I'm calling B part 1. So B part 1 again is. Now B part 2 is. Okay, so that went D, E, A, A. Once again, that A is 6, 5, 5. So B1 and B2 together would be like. So let's try that real slow. 2, 3, 4. And again. Okay, and then we have part C. This is going to be this lower part. So this one will really get you going with those fingers good if you can get to doing that one. So we're going to have the A is the 2, 2, 2. That's the D and back to the A. So we're kind of muting that bottom string, not really playing that. I'm getting that angle on that A so I can mute that out. So we got. Now we're going to slide from the D up into the E. Quick slide there. And then D, D, E, E, E. And then the slide again. And then D, D, A. So let's try that. 2, 3, and. Back to E. D to A. And again. Okay, and then if you follow the arrangement on the tab kind of chart thing here I got going, we go back to B part 1. And then B part 2, walk up, B 1 and 2 again. And then we have B1 3 times, so just doesn't have the walk up. So it does that suspended thing each time. Now this time, we'll do the walk up. Okay, so that was the first line of the B1s and B2s on the chart. Now we're going to go into part A again. That's the intro. This is that. And then. So let's count that in. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And again. So it looks like we do the A part twice there. And then we're back into part B1. B2. B1. B2 coming up. Then we have B1 again 3 times. Then B2, walk up, B1 again, 3 times, B2, walk up, and then you have drums and a long vocal thing, more drums, so it's probably about a minute or so almost before you come back in. Now we're going to come back in with this part C, the one that kind of slides and is in the lower end. Okay, so let's take a look at that one more time. 3, 4. So one thing, when you're sliding that up, you really need to keep everything firm, even this first finger, because they all slide. This is really good practice for those chords, though, if you don't do those too often, or if they're kind of tough. Practicing this song will really help you out on that. So after that part C there, we're back into the B1 3 times and B2 once. Then we're going to move on to page 2 and have the outro. So here's B1 3 times. And then B2. So here we go on page 2. We're looking at this outro thing. We're going to have this A. We're going into an E here. So we're kind of just the top 3. Then we're going to pick a couple notes, 5, 4 there, strings 2 and 3. They're going down to D, back to E, and hit those same 2 notes. And then the first thing again. And then D, A. Okay, so that was just one little thing where he kind of sings it a little bit more chill. So this very last thing we're going to do is a little bit different than the intro was. So there's a few more chords going on. So it's dum, dum, dum. That's the first part. So that's kind of an extra one on that E. So, and then a little back and forth going on there. So we got. So you come from the A to the E to the D there. And you got your D bass. Okay, so one more time through this parts D and E on page 2. So we got little picking thing. And then the last thing. Do it again. All right, I think it goes like 3 times, kind of fades out probably the 3rd or 4th time. All right, Jack and Diane by John Cougar Mellencamp. Hope you dug that. There will be a tab with this, like I say, like a chord chart. All the little riffs written out and everything. So thanks for watching Damon's Baritone Uke Joint. We'll see you soon.